Good evening, everyone. Tonight's read is The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. And we are on chapter 40. Good evening. Hello, everyone. We are on chapter 40. It is step 3. Discover your husband is pure evil. How awesome is that? Discover your husband. I hope you all like the beautiful scenery that I have for you tonight. My mini-me is on her couch, watching the beautiful fireplace, presents under the tree. It's just beautiful. And tonight's prayer is, "This is the day which the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." This is the day which the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Psalms 118:24. That is such a beautiful prayer to start our book read with. I want to thank you all for coming in. And like I said, I hope you enjoy the scenery that I have for you tonight. If you do, leave me a comment down below. I would sure appreciate it. Give me a like. And let's get on with our chapter. Step 3. Discover your husband is pure evil. And this is chapter 40. It's midnight, 3 hours later. I pounded at the door and scraped at the wood until I had splinters under my fingernails. I screamed until I screamed until I lost my voice. I figured even if he wasn't going to let me out, maybe the neighbors would hear. But after an hour, I gave up hope of that. Now I'm sitting on the cot in the corner of the room. Springs poke into my butt until I finally let the tears roll down my cheeks. I don't know what he plans to do with me, but all I can think about is Cecilia, asleep in her crib, alone with that psychopath. What will he do to me? What will he do to her? If I ever get out of here, I'm going to grab Cece and run as far as I can away from this man. I don't care how much money he has. I don't care if we're legally married. I want out. Nina. Andy's voice. I jump off the bed and sprint over to the door. "Andy," I choke out, with what's left of my voice. "You lost your voice," he acknowledged. I don't know what to say to that. "You shouldn't bother screaming," he tells me. "Everything is soundproof below the attic, so nobody will hear you. I could be having a dinner party downstairs and they would never hear you screaming." "Please let me out," I whimper. "I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'll agree to whatever he wants if he'll let me out of here. Of course, once the door's open, I'm leaving him. I don't care if the prenup says I get nothing for ending the marriage within the first year. Anything to get the heck out of here." "Don't worry, Nina," he said. "I'm going to let you out, I promise." I let out a breath. "Just not yet," he adds. "You have to learn the consequences of what you've done." "What are you talking about? Consequences of what?" "Your hair." His voice is filled with disgust. "I can't have my wife walking around like a slob with dark roots showing." "My roots?" I can't believe he was upset over it. I mean, it's just a few millimeters of hair. "I'm so sorry. I promise I'll make an appointment with the hairdresser right away." "That's not enough." I press my forehead against the door. I'll go first thing tomorrow morning, I swear. He yawns on the other side of the door. I'm going to sleep now. You just hang tight, and we'll talk more in the morning about your punishment. His footsteps fade as he walks away. Even though my hands are aching from banging on the door, I'll do it again. I slam my fist against the door so hard, I can't believe I didn't break every bone in my hand. Andy, don't you dare leave me here overnight. Come back here, come back. But he ignores me like he did before. I sleep in the room. Of course I do. What choice did I have? I didn't think I would end up drifting off, but somehow I did. Between all the screaming and pounding on the door, the adrenaline gave way to exhaustion, and I passed out uncomfortable old cot. The cot isn't that much worse than the bed I used to sleep in back in the tiny apartment I had when it was just me and Cecilia. But I've gotten used to Andy's memory foam mattress. I think back to when it was just me and Cece. I always felt overwhelmed, always on the brink of tears. I had no idea how good I had it before. I was married to a psychopath who would lock me in a room overnight just because I missed a hair appointment. Cece, I hope she's okay. If that jerk touches even one hair on her head, I swear, I don't care if I go to jail for the rest of my life. My back is aching when I wake up in the morning, and my head is pounding. But worst of all, my bladder is full, painfully full. This is the most pressing need of all, except what can I do? The bathroom is outside of the room. Then again, if I wait much longer, I am definitely going to pee my pants. I get up and pace the room. I try the doorknob one more time, hoping maybe I just imagined everything that happened last night, and it will open up magically. No such luck. It's still locked. I remember when I looked in the closet. There was only one item in there, a bucket. Andy set this whole thing up. He tricked me into coming up here. He installed a lock on the outside of the door, and he also put the bucket in there for a reason. I'm really going to have to do this. I suppose there are worse things than going to the bathroom in a bucket. I drag it out of the closet, and I do what I have to do. Then I stick it back in there. Hopefully I won't have to use it again. My mouth feels parched and my stomach is growling, even though eating would make me sick, considering how he set up the bucket. I wonder if he put that same consideration into other parts of the room. I throw open the mini fridge, hoping for some sort of bounty of food in there. Instead, there are 3 mini water bottles. 3 beautiful water bottles. I almost faint from relief. I grab one of the bottles, crack it open, and guzzle it practically in one gulp. My throat still feels dry and raw, but slightly better. I eye the other 2 bottles. I would love to have another one, but I'm scared. How long will Andy leave me here? I have no idea. I should conserve my resources. Nina, are you awake? Andy's voice at the door. I stumble over to it, my head pounding with each step. Andy. Good morning, Nina. I shut my eyes again in wave of dizziness. Is Cecilia okay? She's fine. I told my mother you went to visit some family, and she's watching Cecilia till you get back. I let out a breath. At least my daughter is safe. Evelyn Winchester isn't my favorite person in the world, but she is a vigilant babysitter. Andy, please let me out. He ignores my request. It doesn't even surprise me at this point. Did you find the water in the fridge? Yes, and even though it kills me, I add, thank you. You're going to have to make it last. I can't give you any more. Then let me out, I croak. I will, he said. But you have to do something for me first. What? Anything. He pauses. You need to understand that hair is a privilege. Okay, I understand that. Do you, Nina? Because I feel like if you did understand it, you wouldn't walk around like a slob with your dark roots showing. I'm sorry for that. Because you couldn't take care of your hair, now you will give it to me. I have a horrible sick feeling in the pit of my stomach. What? Not all of it, he chuckles, because of course that would be ridiculous. I want 100 strands. You want 100 strands of hair? That's right. He taps at the door. Give me 100 strands of your hair, and I'll let you out of the room. This is the strangest request I've ever heard. He wants to punish me for my dark roots by giving him 100 strands of my hair. There's that much need nestled in my hairbrush. Does he have some sort of hair fetish? Is that what this is all about? If you look in my brush, no, he interrupts me. I want it from your scalp. I want to see the root. I stand there stunned. Are you serious? Does it sound like I'm joking? He snaps. His voice then softens. There are a few envelopes in the dresser drawer. You put the hairs in there and slide them under the door. If you do that, you'll have learned your lesson and I will let you out. Okay, I agree. I run a hand through my blonde hair and 2 strands came loose in my fingers. I'll have it for you in 5 minutes. I have to go to work now, Nina, he said irritably. But when I get home, you should have the strands ready for me. But I can do it fast. I tug at my hair again, and another strand comes free. I'll be home by 7, he said. And remember, I want fully intact hair. I have to see the root, or it doesn't count. No, please. I grasp at my hair more violently. This time my eyes water, but only a few strands rip loose. I'll do it now, just wait. But he's not going to. He's leaving. His footsteps disappeared the way they did earlier. I've learned no amount of screaming or pounding on the door is going to get him to come back. There's no point in wasting my energy and aggravating my already agonizing headache. I have to focus on getting him what he wants. Then I can get back to my daughter and I can escape this house forever. And that takes us to chapter 41. Let's see how long it is. I don't think it's very long. So let's go ahead and go into 41. By 7 o'clock, I have accomplished the task. I've obtained 20 strands by running my fingers repeatedly through my hair. After that, I knew I was going to have to pluck the rest out by the root. About 80 times, I grabbed a strand of my hair, braced myself, and pulled. I tried a few strands at once, but that was agonizing. Thankfully, my hair is healthy, so most of the strands yanked free with hair follicle intact. After I had Cecilia, I would have to pluck myself bald before I get enough usable hair. So when 7 o'clock hits, I'm sitting on the cot, clenching the envelope containing 100 strands of hair. I can't wait to hand it over to him and serve him with divorce papers. He's sick. Nina, I look down at my watch, 7 o'clock on the dot. He's prompt, I'll give him that. I jump off the bed and press my head against the door. I have it, I say. Slide it under. I slid the envelope under the gap of the door. I imagine him on the other side, ripping the envelope opening, examining my hair follicles. I don't care what he does at this point. As long as he lets me out, I've done what he wanted me to do. Okay, I say. My throat feels painfully parched. I finished the other 2 water bottles over the course of the day, saving the last one for the final hour. When I get out of here, I'm going to drink 5 glasses of water all in a row and pee in an actual toilet. Give me a minute, he said. I'm checking. I grit my teeth, ignoring the angry growl in my stomach. I haven't eaten in 24 hours. I'm dizzy with hunger. It got to the point where the hair was starting to look tasty. Where's Cece? I choke out. She's in her playpen downstairs, he said. We created a gated, safe area in the living room where she could play without worrying about her hurting herself. It was Andy's idea. He's so thoughtful. No, he's not thoughtful. That was all an illusion, an act. He's a monster. Andy says. What? I croak. What is it? See, he said, almost all of the strands are fine, but one of them doesn't have a hair follicle on it. Fine, I'll give you a new one. I'm afraid not, he sighs. You'll have to start all over again. I'll check on you tomorrow morning. Hopefully by then you'll have 100 intact hairs. Otherwise, we'll have to just keep trying. No, his footsteps disappear down the hall, and it hits me. He's finally leaving me. He's really leaving me. With no food, no water. Andy, my voice is hoarse and not much better than a whisper. Don't do this, please. But he's gone. I have the extra 100 strands ready by bedtime, on the off chance he returns, but he doesn't. I even put an extra 10 strands. Somehow, they're coming out easier now. I barely feel it anymore, and the hair separates from my scalp. All I can think about is water, food, and water, but mostly water. And of course, my Cecilia. I'm not sure I'll ever see her again. I don't know how long a person can go without food and water, but it can't be very long. Andy swore he was going to let me out of here. But what if he's lying? What if he's going to let me die in here? All because I missed a hairdresser appointment? When I drift off at night, I dream of a pool of water. I lower my head into the pool, and the water moves away from me. Each time I try to drink, the water escapes me. It's like one of the tortures of hell. Nina, Andy's voice wakes me up. I'm not sure if I fell asleep or passed out, but I have been waiting for him all night long, so I need to get up and give him what he wants. It's the only way I'll ever get out of here. Get up, Nina. As soon as I sit up in the bed, my head spins violently. Everything goes black for a second. I clutch the edge of the thin mattress, waiting for my vision to clear. It takes a good minute. I'm afraid I can't let you out unless I get those hairs, Andy says from the other side of the door. The sound of his horrible voice sparks a wave of adrenaline that boosts me to my feet. My fingers are trembling, so I grab the envelope, stumble over to the door. I slide the envelope under the door, then collapse against the wall, sliding to the floor. I wait while he counts. It seems to take him an eternity. I don't know what I'll do. I can't last another 12 hours in here. That will be the end. I'll die in this room. No, I have to keep going no matter what, for Cece. I can't leave her to this monster. Okay, he finally says. Good job. And then the lock turns and the door swings open. Andy is dressed in his suit, all ready for work. I had imagined the moment I saw this man after being stuck in the room for 2 nights, I would jump up and snatch his eyes out. But instead, I remain on the floor, too weak to move. Andy crouches beside me, and that's when I notice he's holding a large glass of water and a bagel. Here, he said, I brought you this. I should throw the water in his face. I want to, but I don't think I can get out of this room if I don't eat and drink something. So I accept his gift, gulping down the cup of water and stuffing chunks of the bagel down my throat until it's gone. I'm sorry I had to do that, he said, but it's the only way you'll learn. Go to hell, I hiss at him. Excuse me. I try to get to my feet, but I stumble again. Even after drinking that water, my head is still spinning. I can't walk in a straight line. I doubt I can get down the stairs to the second floor. So even though I hate myself for it, I let Andy help me. I let him lead me downstairs, and I have to lean on him heavily the whole time. When I get to the second floor, I can hear Cecilia singing downstairs. She's okay. He didn't hurt her. Thank God. I'm not going to let him have another chance. You need to lie down, Andy said sternly. You're not well. No, I croak. I want to be with Cecilia. My arms ache for her. You're too sick right now, he said. Like I'm getting over the flu rather than him trapping me in a room for 2 days. He's talking to me like I'm the crazy one. Come on. But whatever else, he's right. I need to lie down. My legs are trembling with every step, and my head won't stop spinning. So I let him lead me to the king-size bed, and he tucks me in under the covers. If there was any chance I might make it out of here, that chance is gone once I got into the bed. It feels like sleeping in a cloud after passing out on that cot for 2 nights. My eyelids feel like lead. I can't fight the urge to fall asleep. Andy sits beside me at the edge of the bed, running his fingers through my hair. You just haven't been feeling well, he said. You need a day of sleep. Don't worry about Cecilia. I'll make sure she's taken care of. His voice is so kind and gentle. I start to wonder if maybe I imagine the whole thing. After all, he's been such a good husband. Would he really lock me up in a room and make me pull out my own hair? This doesn't sound like something he would do. Maybe I just have a fever and all this is a horrible hallucination. No, it wasn't a hallucination. It was real. I know it was. I hate you, I whisper. Andy ignores my statement as he continues to stroke my hair until my eyelids drift shut. Just get some sleep, he says gently. That's all you need. And that takes us to chapter 42. Step 4. Make the world believe you're crazy. Oh, is that going to be a good chapter? I can't wait till next Wednesday at 9 p.m. I will see you all here for chapter 42. I hope you've enjoyed the book read for tonight. And I want to wish you all sweet dreams.